Good morning, Eagles.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Check out our weather for recess. What's for lunch today? Here are the news that you need to know.
Please join us for our EMIS Fall Family Fun Night coming up November 8th from 5:30 to 7 o'clock. We'll have lots of fun things for you to do with your family, and we'll have an online student safety presentation afterwards presented by Lowe's. Students, remember to start bringing in food for our Thanksgiving food drive. Your class has been assigned a specific food to bring in, so be sure to check with your teacher, or you can bring in a gift card to Food Lion. Thanks for your help. On Friday, we will wear red, white, and blue in honor of our veterans that have served our country and to celebrate Veterans Day. Remember, we are out of school on Monday, so remember to thank a veteran. Don't forget to bring in your items for our Ronald McDonald House Drive in memory of Lauren Knowles. Items needed are Windex glass cleaner, juice boxes, holiday items, food and pantry items like pancake mix, hot chocolate mix, Pop-Tarts, breakfast bars, cleaning items like Swiffer refills or Febreze fabric spray, family and household items like word search books, trash bags, playing cards, maybe bath and body products like deodorants or chapsticks, or just gift cards to Lowe's, Target, Walmart, Harris Teeter, stamps, painter's tape. Any of these items would be appreciated.
Hey guys, Miss Smith here with another signpost from Notice and Note. We're shifting gears this quarter though, because now we're going to look at signposts that you'll see in nonfiction text. All the ones we looked at last quarter were fiction signposts. You're going to find them in the novels that you're reading for fun. These signposts you're going to find in newspaper articles, magazines, any nonfiction text that your teacher has you read or that you choose to read from the Media Center could have these nonfiction Notice and Note signposts. Our first one that we're going to talk about today is contrast and contradiction. That should sound familiar to you because that's the exact same as the one in fiction signpost. They are a little different though. In fiction, you were looking at a character, and when a character does something that seems off to you or you wouldn't expect that character to do, well, that is a contrast or contradiction. When we think about it, though, in nonfiction text, we're really thinking about things that either don't match up with what we previously knew, so our prior knowledge, or it could be that the author is trying to make a comparison within the text. Usually there's some keywords in nonfiction that are used to show you when there is going to be a contrast and contradiction. It could be they say although or however. There's a whole list here on your screen of some keywords that the author can use. When you see those, you should stop and take note. As usual, there is a question that we ask ourselves when we see this signpost. In this case, it's what is the difference and why does it matter? So what is the difference between these two things that the author is trying to point out, or what is the difference between what the author says and what we have in our mind, our background knowledge? Let me give you an example of each one. I think that'll help. So if I was reading a social studies passage about ancient Greece, this might be a paragraph I would find. Sparta was content to keep to itself, and provided army assistance when necessary. Athens, on the other hand, wanted to control more and more of the land around them. I should stop because on the other hand is one of those phrases that notes that it is a contrast and contradiction. So I need to make sure I understand what the difference is here between Sparta and Athens. Sparta kept to themselves. In other words, they kind of minded their own business and left other people alone. Athens, on the other hand, wanted to control more and more of the land around them. So Athens sounds like they were a little greedy maybe, but they went out and were aggressive and wanted to take over land around them. So that is a key difference between those two places, and I could note that in my mind to help me understand this passage on ancient Greece. Now, the other type of contrast and contradiction is when you have some background knowledge and what you read doesn't quite match up with that. Here's an example of that one. This is from Science. Even though the temperature dipped below 32 degrees, the water did not freeze. Now, wait a minute. I know I learned that water freezes at 32 degrees. So this is a contradiction to what I already know. 32 degrees Fahrenheit is the freezing point. Then what's going on here? Why is the water not freezing? And if I can figure out the answer to that question, then I probably understand a huge piece of what I'm trying and supposed to learn about this particular science topic. So, this week, as you read nonfiction text, I hope that you look for those key words that indicate a contrast or contradiction in your nonfiction text and use those to aid your understanding. Good luck!
Happy birthday to these special students.
Birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.